What's cooking, everybody? Welcome back to Ball-Based Kitchen. Today, we're making the most incredible Taiwanese beef pie, also known as Nyolo Xinbing, a handheld, crispy fried bun filled with juicy beef flavor in the middle. Definitely a must-try recipe. Let's get to it. Main ingredients are ground beef, all-purpose flour, onion, scallions, and some ginger. For the spices, we'll use black pepper, white pepper, salt, sesame oil, fragrant oil, and some soy sauce. Begin by mixing 300 grams of flour, half a tablespoon of salt, slight stir. Then we'll be adding in 75 grams of hot water in increments while stirring. Then do the same with cold water, a little less than 75 grams, adjust as needed. Knead the dough for 5 to 6 minutes, not too rough. We're looking for that firm and nice consistency. Splash a bit of oil on it, then knead it until the oil is nice and combined. Shape it into a ball, cover it, and let it rest for 2 hours. Cutting time. Dice some scallions. Not too fine. Ginger. Thin strips, then strands, then dice. Red onion. Multiple cuts. Slice. Finely dice. You have a total of 1/2 tablespoons of ginger, 2 to 3 stalks of scallions, 1/4 of a red onion, a handful of some diced bamboo to give it that nice crunch, completely optional though. Time for our incredible filling. 1 pound of ground beef, 1 tablespoon of salt, half now, half later, half cup of water in increments. Make sure we beat the water well into the beef before adding the next amount. This is a critical step to making sure that our mixture stays nice and juicy. Ginger in. Rest of the salt. 1 tablespoon of white pepper, 1.5 tablespoons of black pepper, slight mix, 1 tablespoon soy sauce, half tablespoon of the most amazing fragrant oil. Learned to make it in our last video. Tablespoon of sesame oil. Throw in our ingredients. Give everything a nice mix to make sure that it's well combined. And don't use your hands at this point, the heat from your body will draw out too much of the moisture. Whew. Perfect. Let's get to it. Dust some flour on the surface. Then, take our dough and work it into a nice even log for cutting. Any extra kneading will just make this dough much too tough for this dish. Cut into an even 8 to 10 pieces. Cut side upwards, center them, then give them a nice push down. Dust some flour on top. And now with each piece, roll upwards almost into the center but not quite yet. With your other hand, rotate evenly to give this a nice circular shape. Bam, a beautiful thin circle with a nice thick center. Now for the fun part. Put in about 1 to 1.5 heaping tablespoons of filling. We'll have to seal this up nice and tightly. Cup the dough in between your fingertips so it caves inwards. Start with the first 2 folds, pinch them in. Then what you're going to want to do is slowly pinch in each fold in a circular direction, pulling up and towards the center very carefully. With the thumb that's holding the bun, make sure you're constantly pushing the filling downwards into the center while you're wrapping it up, just like you see here. I'm also slightly tossing the bun up with my hand to make sure that everything still stays nice and caved in. Repeat these steps all the way around until you reach your first 2 folds. This definitely takes some practice, but you'll get it right. When you finish, you'll get this beautiful bun. Firmly pinch the center to finish our perfect seal. Voila. Flip it backwards, slight pat on the back for the bun, and yourself. Let's get down to business. Medium-high heat with enough vegetable oil to shallow fry our beautiful buns. Place them in and let them cook for about 3 minutes. Then, carefully flip them over to ensure that there's no oil splash on you. Cover medium-high heat for another 3 minutes, then low heat 5 minutes on each side. One last flip. And now for the amazing reveal. wow. Just wow. Golden, crispy, beautiful perfection. Let's finally give these amazing beef pies a try. Wow. That outside skin is so crispy. And then right when you bite inside, the explosion of juicy onion and beef flavor is just absolutely incredible. Add a little bit of your hot sauce of choice. That just gives it that perfect little extra kick of spiciness. Crispy dough of beef and onion goodiness. Definitely worth the hard labor and love. Hope you guys enjoyed this must-try recipe. Be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.